Hey, what's up guys? Sean back with another video, and since I did that TikTok video the other day and you guys seem to kind of like it, I think I should go deeper in this rabbit hole. Fat acceptance TikTok cringe. Now this one's not just what they're eating in a day, which was wild to see people eating like 9,000 calories that somehow weren't 600 pounds, and I managed to get there like it was nothing. Well, I'm not gonna say nothing. I think after seeing that video, I'm convinced. I was definitely a binge eater. I would eat like hell, especially at nighttime before I went to sleep. And when they called themselves binge eaters, I'm like, huh, that's what binge eating looks like? I did that every damn day. But I get it. I get that they want to be happy in their own skin, but they're just going about it the wrong way, because when you get older, it's gonna suck. I'm not gonna attack anybody. If you want to love you some you, I love me some me. It's all good, but just know that there's stuff that comes with being that fat. So let's check it out, guys.
My For You page has been absolutely full of people talking about fat acceptance, and it makes me super happy, especially to see a lot of straight-sized people also jumping in and coming to
a straight-sized person? What the hell? And what's on her chin? Did she just suck off Homer Simpson? What is that?
our defense as we're trying to dismantle fat phobia on this app. I just wanted to add a little note because I'm seeing a lot of straight-sized people revolve their argument around this idea of health. And they're saying body size and weight don't give you the full picture of someone's health because they're...
Okay, oh god, there's a lot to unpack. I would consider myself a healthier fat guy at my biggest. Yeah, there was some health issues, but nothing so like detrimental that I was like on a bunch of medications or I was going to the hospital every other day, right? So I get what they're saying with that argument, but how many morbidly obese people do you see in a nursing home? None, because their health goes down for the count. Like, it gets knocked out. Like, you can't survive into your elder years at that weight. It's just impossible. That's what they're talking about.
There can be unhealthy thin people and healthy fat people. And that's true. But this emphasis on the idea that there are healthy fat people and that's why we need to dismantle fat phobia is bad. And not even diving into the fact that healthy versus unhealthy are very loaded, complicated terms. Some fat people are unhealthy, and that's okay. We all still deserve to live in a world without fat phobia.
I can't believe this is even real life. Like, has fat phobia really gotten this far? Like, during the election, are we going to see them campaigning to fat people? Like they're just a totally different ethnicity? Like, oh, no, I support my fats. Free McDonald's Day. Da, da. Is that really going to happen? Holy shit, guys. I can't believe it.
Let's talk numbers, shall we? When a thematic analysis was conducted of 21 different studies within the U.S. National Library of Medicine, these studies confirmed the 10 following themes within fat patients: contemptuous, patronizing, and disrespectful treatment, lack of training, ambivalence, attribution of health issues always to excess weight.
Alright, I'll be the first to admit that every time I went into a doctor, they would tell me, well, if you just lost some weight, and it probably was half true. Like, they can't exactly hook you up to every machine when you're 600 pounds and say, well, this is the exact problem. But I'm gonna go somewhere into crazy land and guess that being 600 pounds might have had an effect on my health. It might have been the negativity that was leading to certain conditions. But to say that that's all they diagnosed is just ridiculous. It's crazy, chick.
Assumptions about weight gain, barriers to healthcare utilization, expectation of differential healthcare treatment, low trust and poor communication, avoidance or delay of healthcare services, and doctor shopping. The assumption that a fat person's healthcare problems are always related to their weight allows many underlying conditions and potentially dangerous diseases to go undiagnosed.
Is that possible? Yes. But you didn't catch the obese overnight. That shit didn't sneak up on you and bite you in the ass. Like, you had to eat an awful lot of McDoubles to get there. And trust me, I was sitting there pounding them with you, sis.
Diagnosed. A perfect example of this is Jen Curran, who was experiencing severe symptoms, but was told by her doctor simply to lose weight. She was refused other treatment. Jen Curran ended up having bone marrow cancer.
Well, that's terrible. Cancer is awful. I've lost multiple family members to it. But she probably I don't even want to say this in a like insensitive way, but I guarantee that the chemo and all that is easier on a skinnier body, just because like your bones get brittle, all this, having more weight on your frame is going to make it harder. But it's terrible that she wasn't diagnosed, but she would have been not diagnosed if she was skinny too. So this is kind of a straw man argument. Like, you're arguing with something that doesn't make sense either way. Like, it would have gone undiagnosed no matter if she was skinny or fat. They just thought if she lost weight, she would have better health.
Fat phobia kills.
Oh man, the diet calls. You guys have people that try to get you to go on diets with you. Mine's mostly in my family. My mother will be like, I'm gonna go on a diet with you, and you'll see her like 2 days later stuffing her face with a brownie and then taking a shot of Ozempic. Like, no, she tried the Ozempic, but she said she couldn't do it. It made her jittery, and I told her that it would mess with her blood sugar when she came off of it. But that trend, man, people go crazy for that stuff.
I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss, I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass, I'm a bitch, I'm a boss.
Are they really coming for our Disney princesses now? Like, y'all can't be skinny? Really? When they come out with a fat, like, Shrek princess, well, they do have, they have Fiona. What? Why are they, I'm confused. I don't think she's fat. She's just thick in my book. Oh, never mind. She's thick in the bottom. Okay, what's up with you, sis?
You thought you did something there?
I'm not gonna lie, that looks fire. And that crunch. Yes, queen. Ooh, ooh. Suck that middle finger for us, you naughty girl. Ooh, do it twice.
I do eat. I don't call other women fat on the internet, so.
Yeah, that's not a good look. If you go around just hating people on the internet randomly, I expected a hell of a lot more hate than I got. But some people are out here just miserable, trying to make other people miserable. Don't be that guy, or don't be that chick.
It's real rich coming.
Jesus Christ, what are you trying to suck? What? She could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Look at that.
Nope, actual profile picture. No videos, profile.
I think someone's a little upset about their own body.
Oh no.
And it shows.
Oh, here we go. Yes. It's a hot girl summer. Yes, queen, go off. I love when gay guys try to do the booby shake. It just, no. I got more of a booby shake. Come on.
Something I've noticed a lot when I talk about being fat is that thin people love to chime in with something that they think is a compliment, but it's not actually, and that is, oh, but you're so beautiful.
How many people were chiming in? You're pretty, you're not ugly, but I am the sexiest fat man east of the Mississippi. I have a trophy. Don't make me pull it out. I will find it. It's in storage, but I'm also the king of giving backhanded compliments. Like, I will say the nicest thing, but I'll say it in a way that I'm totally throwing shade. So I can get petty like that. Somebody was definitely trying to be petty with you if they said that.
And nowhere in the conversation when I'm talking about me being fat do I insinuate that I don't think that I'm beautiful. Like, come on. I know I'm a very attractive human being, but I'm also a fat human being. Like, that's just my body type. That's just me. So I think when people say, oh, you're so beautiful, they're assuming that the word fat is synonymous with the word ugly, which
my God, get off it already. You know, the people who called me fat the most in my life were my family. Like, I had an uncle the other day called me a fat cocksucker because he was pissed off about something I said. And you know my response to that was? That's alright, I'll be fat, but your dick's always going to be small, and I can lose weight, buddy.
Which is not true, and which has been used in the past, but we need to start moving on from that, where fat equals ugly or ugly equals fat, because that's just a body type. You can absolutely be a beautiful human being, but also be a fat human being. So thin people, if you're using that compliment, try a different approach to these conversations, and understand that a lot of times fat people just like
Tell me you're insecure without telling me you're insecure. You're seeking validation. And it's not like I'm sitting here begging people to tell me I look good. It's just, it's a fact. I can't accept it, guys. You know, I can't do anything about it. I'm sexy. God. Sexy piece of man meat right here.
talking about being fat, and it's not saying that they're.
These comments really make me laugh. Here I am making plans for hits, WEC, equine affair, trailering down to ride.
I need to see this horse, and I need to see her caboose first before I can judge if this horse was in any kind of danger. But generally speaking, I'm not hopping up on a horse and giving it scoliosis tomorrow. I'm just not trying to do that to that poor horsey. But, I don't know. She don't look that big, right? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she's packing that Nicki Minaj back there. I don't know.
Ride with Philip and Will. And these haters have probably never even ridden outside of whatever backwoods hillbilly town they ride in, if they've ever even ridden a horse at all. So you guys just keep hating. I'm gonna keep being 100% fabulous.
You know what I'm laughing about? Because I forgot I was using this mug today. And it's a mug that I got for my girl for for Valentine's Day, right? And she wouldn't take it because she thought it was too vulgar. But it says, I love fucking you. I mean, I fucking love you. And she's like, what if a kid reads it? So I just found it in the drawer the other day and started using it. But you go, let me know in the comments. If you're a woman and your husband or your boyfriend got you that mug, are you offended or are you like, well, it is what it is. You like it. Come on. I also got her a necklace that said I love you in like 50 different languages if you looked inside this little like kaleidoscope type thing.
Fabulous and kicking your asses in everything I do. But have a nice day. These comments really make me laugh. Here I am making plans for hits, WEC, equine affair, trailering down to ride with Philip and Will. And
who gives a shit? Go ride the horse. Just don't jump on a mini horse. Like, make sure this horse is a thoroughbred or something. He's game ready. Like, he was trained. He's ready to go. Don't hop on no friggin' mini horse and friggin' ride him off into the stairway to heaven. Like, don't do that.
And these haters have probably never even ridden outside of whatever backwoods hillbilly town they ride in, if they've ever even ridden a horse at all. So you guys just keep hating. I'm gonna keep being 100% fabulous and
period.
And kicking your asses in everything I do. But have a nice day.
If you're a weirdo and dip your fries in ranch, you're gonna be shook. You're not gonna believe what I found, and
quick question. Why does that make you a weirdo, and why is she making that face?
you got me messed up if you actually think I'm gonna use this for chocolate. Cause no, I literally had to put so much ranch, but also why is it so satisfying going up the tube? It started.
That's not satisfying. That looks mildly disturbing, and I don't want to see any more white stuff shooting up a tube. Well, except...
been working, and now I can die happy knowing that this exists. Tag a friend who dips everything in ranch.
60 years, study after study has shown us the same thing.
Okay.
Among people who pursue intentional weight loss, 95 to 98% of them will regain the weight that they lost.
Yeah, it's called changing your eating habits. And now, if you lose weight by not eating carbs, and then you start eating a whole loaf of bread the next week, you're going to put the weight back on. So you have to continue the healthy eating habits. Like, duh. I didn't need no scientific study to tell me that. Quick, we got them. Like, come on.
Within 2 to 5 years. 2/3 of those people will regain more weight than they lost in the first place. Significant, sustainable weight loss is not possible for the majority of the population.
Yes, it is. There's no difference between you and somebody else besides the fact that you're not willing to give up your Starbucks frappe.
Many people who pursue intentional weight loss end up developing what's called chronic weight dissatisfaction or weight cycling. It's most commonly known as yo-yo dieting, and it's...
I did yo-yo diet, but we're really calling it intentional weight loss? Like, that's a thing? I'm trying to get that unintentional weight loss, sis. I want to lose it without trying. How do I get that?
when you gain and lose weight repeatedly. The science shows us that weight cycling poses a much larger risk to health than just staying fat. Imagine that.
I like the song.
I'm fat.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sean.
And I have this radical idea that I'm allowed to exist. And not just to exist, to thrive.
Oh my god. When you make your whole identity being fat, that's an issue. Like, let's talk about your hobbies, sweetheart. That don't involve Dunkin' Donuts or nothing. Like, we don't need to talk about eating or anything about being overweight, okay? Now tell me something about you. If you ain't got nothing, and if somebody goes to your TikTok page and all they see is fat acceptance, fat this, fat that, you've made being fat your identity, and that's the problem. You just totally forgot that you're a person on top of all that, who has their own interests and own goals and all that. And you're so worried about screaming at the world to love you for being overweight. It's insanity.
To make the world more wonderful because I was in it. And because I knew my value. I'm not going to comment on your weight.
Well, Jesus, half your weight's right there. I can see it. That's got to be at least 20 pounds. How's your back feel? Let's talk about that.
Loss. I'm not going to comment on your weight gain. Your weight fluctuations in every iteration are deeply human, terrifically ordinary.
Do we gotta pop the titties out? Like, is that my pose? Getting big.
And absolutely devoid of moral implication whatsoever. I'm not going to comment on your weight loss. I'm not going to comment on your weight.
People have such a funny concept of how size and weight works. I remember I asked a skinny person, how much do you think I weigh? And they're like, 200?
They were trying to flatter you. Nobody ever could guess my weight. It's because it was off the damn scale. I was up in the 6s, and they would guess like, 350? Please. 350 my ass. I was looking like Jabba the Hutt. Like, come on.
Like, Bessie, I'm 300. Probably more. I haven't weighed myself since quarantine. Which is beside the point. Your weight and size literally don't matter at all. But then, like, they'll be like, oh yeah, I have clothes you can borrow. Size large. It's a t-shirt. They're like, oh, it's pretty big on me. It'll probably fit you. Size large.
It's a crop top, sis. For her, it's a crop top. But I still have all my old clothes. And I was looking at my license the other day and laughing because it said 520 on it under weight. And that was me trying to give myself like a cheat. Like, that was me being like, yes, 520, that's awesome. And I was still in the 6s. Like, 520 was good for me back then. That's so crazy to hear, or to even think right now.
Large, belly shirt, crop top. Crop top. Bless their little noodle hearts, though. They have their heart and mind in the right place. But damn, do they have no perception of weight and size. It is literally insane. Then people have such a funny... If I'm being completely honest, if you look at me right now and you don't think this is hot AF, that sounds like your problem.
No, it sounds like they don't want you. Like, not everybody has to be attracted to you. You're telling me if a guy walks into a room, 100 pounds soaking wet, and he doesn't think, damn, I want her to squish me, like there's something wrong with him? I don't get it, man. Personally, I like thick chicks. I want something that's going to jiggle back, so I ain't mad at that. I want to see it wiggle, but skinny chicks, like super skinny's not my thing. But if somebody doesn't like you, it's not that they're fat phobic or against all fat people. They're an enemy to all fat kind. Like, that's not how this works. What the hell is going on?
Baby, it's the vibe for me. It's the vibe for me. out there bobbing freely. Stiff wear, stiff wear. Baby, it's the
That post mad today. I mean, I don't think people are... No, there's not that many fat phobes in the world. Where do you keep finding them? Because nobody was hunting me down going, fat guy, you must repent, sinner, sinner, put down the hash brown. Like, that just never happened.
All I want is a chubby girl with
All you want is a bra. Them things are going to be hitting your knees if you keep playing around with that no bra game. Like, come on, sis. What is that t-shirt? It looks like... is that an alien? Holy shit, I thought that was planets. Oh my god, I can't even make out the alien.
tattoos, that likes to get weird, eat tacos, and be called pretty. Is that too much to ask for?
Holy shit, she can kick high. That's impressive. You must have been a gymnast in a previous life.
Fat bitch. What do you weigh, like 200 pounds?
Nope. See, to me, she don't look fat. Like, she looks good to me. Like, I like that body build, right? But at the same time, she's probably, what, 280-ish? Something like that? Maybe a little less. But ultimately, it's going to be whatever makes you happy. I'm not trying to push weight loss on anybody that doesn't want to lose it. Just know that there are circumstances for just being so happy and loud and proud and fat. And it's not pretty when you get older. Like, I hit my 30s and I was like, oh shit, this is about to start going downhill real fast unless I start getting to work. And that's what most people are scared of. They're scared of all the work that's involved with not being the fat, you know, the fat queen, the fat acceptance. That's what they're scared of, all that work.
There's no way you think I'm that skinny. Are you flirting with me?
What? What is she doing? Okay, now that's a hate comment that I'm not okay with. I get that she needs to take responsibility for her health, but don't just go randomly hating on people for no reason. But I don't have any context. Maybe she was sitting there spouting some stuff about how loving yourself at every size or whatever, and somebody just decided they were going to get a little spicy and talk about her health. But that's the thing that the fat acceptance movement does not want. Do not bring up their health. That ain't got shit to do with the tea in China. They're just happy to be a big queen or a big king. What I eat in a day? Yes. The whole bag? Bro, I used to put on like twice the cream cheese as that. That's not even like a lot to me. I love cream cheese. Is that all? Okay, baked Cheetos. No, thank you. Do you eat them all like that? Like, because that looks like you are special needs. Damn, lady. The pizza looks floppy and gross. What are you doing to that fudge?
Why are they not fat? The corner of the internet where we look at casting choices in Broadway musicals and ask the question, why are they not fat?
What?
Because they don't have the costumes to fit you. Broadway is not exactly this like huge money-making endeavor and act. Like, you know how much it would cost to redo every costume every time? They're probably looking for body types that'll fit the build, right? And I never did the friggin' like theater thing. I was in choir and show choir, so I did the dancing around in a sequin vest, and you guys asked for videos. I don't know where they are, but I'm sure my mom could dig them up if I tried hard enough.
Why are they not fat?
Did you ever think, why is Princess Fiona only fat when she's an ogre? Did you ever think about...
I never thought about it. They are hating on fat people. It couldn't possibly be that ogres are just kind of considered to be this fat, like, swamp dwelling creature. It has nothing to do with that. We're looking for the hot ogres, you know, the ones that they're put in the deviant arts. Okay.
Oh, why? The only evidently fat puppet in Avenue Q is a monster who's like a gross prevert. I said a prevert instead of pervert. Or, you know how Henry VIII is like famously fat? How come the cast of 6 isn't? Is it?
What? Oh, I learned a fun fact the other day. You know the Prince Albert? Like whenever a guy pierces his thing, like isn't that what it's called, a Prince Albert? They did that because when they had like the really tight pants back in the day, Prince Albert pierced his thing so it would stick to a certain side in his pants so it would look better in pictures. Isn't that crazy? The more you know.
Is it unreasonable to think that a fat man might be attracted to a fat woman? I know I'm talking largely in stereotypes and generalizations here, but these are the same kinds of generalizations we use to justify casting thin women in these roles. Did you ever question?
Things overweight people are tired of hearing. Let me see. Go on a diet. You should eat less. And you're such a pretty girl if you just lost some weight. She's not fat in my opinion. I don't get it. Like maybe my idea of fat is totally effed up just from getting up there into like the absurd coming up on like half a ton. But that's not fat. I don't get it. Okay, let's see. What? Yeah, that's, what's that comedian's name? No, nobody actually says that. Have you thought about going to the gym? That is a hate word in our community. Do not spread the gym word. So, fat acceptance, man. This world is just the gift that keeps on giving. And me, I guess I would be considered a fat phobe now because I'm trying to lose weight. So I guess that I would no longer be accepted in their well, I don't know. Should I try to infiltrate the fat acceptance community, make a TikTok tomorrow talking about loving my big self and how I'm going back to 600? You guys think I can pull it off? Let me know in the comments. I might try. Alright, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.